She was only 37.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Rich Herrera. It's News Radio WRVA. It's about 2 minutes before we go on the air this morning. It's Good Friday. We are going to have one heck of a show for you today. So, actually, I have so much already planned, worked out. I'm actually pretty happy today. Usually I run around here like a chicken with my head cut off. Last minute, I need the sound. We actually are really prepared for the show today. So why is it I always do the fat guy pull? Have you ever noticed fat guys always go like this? They pull in just to make sure that they're not all wrinkled and binded. Anyway, let's see. What do we have coming up on the program today? Here's my rundown list of what we have. So, this morning, of course, we'll do Richmond's Morning News brief, which you'll be with me for this morning. I'm pouring another soda this morning. Don't tell anybody, it's my third. My alarm's going off. I have an alarm that goes off every morning just to remind me it's showtime. Actually, to be honest with you, I've got 8 alarms on this phone, and I've got 4 alarms on that phone just to make sure that I stay on time. Anyway, coming up with the program today, I've got a lot of guests up. Bishop Nestout's going to join us from the Archdiocese of Richmond. So we'll talk to him about the meaning of the Easter season. Let's see, Dave Saunders is going to stop by. He does that every Friday, giving us things to do over the weekend. Saturday's supposed to be nice. 80% chance of rain for Sunday. Then Governor George Allen is going to stop by the program. So he challenged Abigail Spanberger to a debate over gerrymandering, and she said, so we'll talk to George Allen about that coming up on the program today. And then I've got a special treat for you. TJ Miller is joining us on the program. I was talking to my brother yesterday. He goes, TJ Miller. He said, yeah, Weasel from the Deadpool movies. He goes, he's coming on the show. He said, yeah, he's actually doing a show here in Richmond over at the Funny Bone in Short Pump. So he's going to join us on the program today as well. So like I said, I've got a lot of guests. We will address the whole Pam Bondi being fired yesterday as well. So all right, we got a couple minutes here, so I'll just tell you this. I still look at things from a sports perspective because I think it's an easy way to look at life because it just kind of makes more sense. At least that's the vision or the prism that I look through while I'm doing this job. So, quick story. There's a guy named Bruce Bochy. Admire the heck out of him. Great baseball manager. He's been to 5 World Series, but he only won 4 of them. So why is that? Well, he took the San Diego Padres to the World Series years ago against the New York Yankees. First time we ever went, and lost. Well, everybody loses to the Yankees in the World Series. And then he took the San Francisco Giants to the World Series and won 3. Then he won 1 more in Texas. My old partner on the radio, Kevin Kennedy, asked him, this is when I worked at Sirius XM, asked him, he said, Boch, what's the difference between going to that first World Series and the last couple of World Series that you've won? And he said, managing with a sense of urgency. He said, the first time I went to the World Series, I wanted to make sure everybody got their opportunities, made lifetime memories, wanted to make sure everybody was good. He said, second time I went to the World Series, I had to have more of a sense of urgency. I had to be more, I'll say he was ruthless. So if you've got a pitcher in there that's struggling, during the regular season, you don't want to blow his confidence. You want to make sure that he gets an opportunity to work out of the jam. You want to let him grow. And you could do that during the regular season. But during the World Series, we're here to win. We have to have a sense of urgency and ruthlessness, and we have to do whatever it takes to win. And he said, when I got to that second World Series, I didn't worry about people's feelings. I worried about winning. Because I not only owed that to the team, the organization, the fans, but I owed that to every player in the clubhouse that I can't put one person in front of everybody else. So now I'm going to relate that back to Donald Trump. So in the White House right now, this is the World Series. He's the leader of the free world, and he's got the world against him. So if he's got people that are there doing their job, great. But if you have someone who's struggling, falling behind, do you have time to coach them up? Do you have time to make them better? Or do you have to be at that level, in that job, Be the very, very best that you could be. Otherwise, I got to find somebody else. I don't have time. I might like you personally. I might think you'll be able to grow into the job. But this is prime time. This is the World Series. You have to perform right now. And I think that's what you're seeing in this administration. Likes Kristi Noem. She was nice. Liked her. Big supporter of the president. But she wasn't getting the job done at DHS, so what's he going to do? Do you hold on to her and hope that she grows into the job? Or do you oust her and find somebody else to walk into that job and get it done like Mark Wayne Mullen? I think the same thing could be said for Pam Bondi. So we'll talk about that on the program this morning here on Richmond's Morning News. All right, Gary just finished his newscast there. You hear the Toby Keith music. And we're getting ready to go on this Good Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me behind the scenes on News Radio WRVA. Here we go. Allergy still bothering me this morning. All right, here we go. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, April 3rd, and this is Richmond's Morning News on News Radio WRVA. Happy Good Friday to you. We have a very eclectic program planned for you today here on Richmond's Morning News. Let me first start the day, I should say, by saying good morning to Gary Hess and to Super Dave Ayler. Good morning, guys. Thank you for being here with us on this Friday. Again, it's Good Friday. It's Easter weekend. So we will talk with Bishop Nestow for the Diocese of Richmond. He'll join us on the program. We'll talk about the meaning of Easter this weekend. We will also talk with Governor George Allen. That's a big deal. George Allen challenged Abigail Spanberger to a debate over gerrymandering. Former governor wanted to debate the current governor. Current governor said no. And we'll get George Allen's reaction. This will be his first interview since she said no. She does not want to sit down and defend her party's idea of redrawing the districts, gerrymandering, and forcing this to be fixed races, 10-1. Democrats will always have 10 people going to Congress versus 1 for the Republicans, temporarily, that is. She doesn't want to debate them. We'll talk to George Allen about that coming up this morning here on Richmond's Morning News. Also, we're going to, let's see, who else is going to join us? So we're going to talk with Bishop Nestow, George Allen, Dave Saunders. Oh, and then this one's interesting. I was walking through the Short Pump Mall the other day, and there's the Funny Bone. I've never been in there and want to go. And I was just looking like, I should probably go see a show. I looked. Super Dave, are you a Deadpool fan?
Yes.
You like Deadpool? Yeah, I'm See, I never read the comic book. I thought the comic book was, I just wanted the traditional comic book heroes, Superman, Batman, things like that. He was not traditional, so I knew who Deadpool was, but I love the movies, and the guy that steals the scene every time he's in the movie is Weasel. What, you bet on me? Oh, I like money. I'm going to come with you. Yeah, I'm really not going to. He was awesome in the movie. He's coming to Richmond, Virginia at the Funny Bone, so we'll catch up with him this morning coming up at 7:05. So like I said, eclectic is the right word of the program today. We're going to talk with the bishop. We're going to talk with the former governor. We're going to talk with our buddy Dave Saunders. And we'll talk from Weasel from Deadpool this morning. Weasel. So we'll talk. Yeah. He doesn't speak highly of you. He doesn't say, he doesn't, nah. He really, I don't think I saw, I think I saw it on Reddit. He was kind of trashing you. In a Reddit. I'm not on Reddit, I promise. All right, let's get after it. On Reddit either? Probably not. Do you know anybody that's actually on Reddit? Do you guys know what Reddit is? What's Reddit? It's like a message board? I thought we got rid of those with AOL. But everybody I know, yeah, but Reddit is for like snobby elites that think they're better than the rest of us. Oh, and rips those, yeah, but everybody's, I posted this on Reddit and then this. I'm like, dude, seriously? Whenever I saw this on Reddit, like it's a secret little clandestine place for people to go where they can know more than all the rest of us. Ugh. I'm tired of elites. Anyway, let's get after it. Here's Richmond's Morning News Brief. Big story out of the White House. Pam Bondi fired as Attorney General. in the Trump administration. That's our leadoff story today on Richmond's Morning News Brief. And now we'll play the soundbite from Fox News.
Months as Attorney General Pam Bondi faced criticism from both parties over the Justice Department's release of Jeffrey Epstein-related files and investigations of perceived...
Hey, Dave, I emailed you some more clips of Bondi that we can use in the second segment. I emailed you some Bondi clips.
Yeah, I got it.
Where she's fighting with other people. We'll use that in the second segment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Talking to Dave. See, now you really get to see what goes on behind.
Opelka thing? The Opelka email that you sent me? You want something from that?
Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche will serve as acting AG until a new nominee is confirmed. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
All right, story number 2. The governor won't debate the governor. That's our second big story on Richmond's Morning News Brief.
Yeah,
look at that. I have the power. This is all a power grab, folks. This is all a power play. Democrats wanting to redraw the districts. I don't know. You tell me this morning, the James River Air text line, are you tired of us talking about this? I'm not. I'm fired up. I see people getting motivated. Here's how I can tell people are fired up. Organically, not grassroots. I mean, Mark Warner and Tim King each gave $100,000. Guy Benson tweeted out that he thinks that the governor of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger, her folks are donating to the gerrymandering bill to redraw the districts. But here's how I can tell that this is grassroots from the people. Have you noticed none of the signs that say vote no on gerrymandering look the same? Originally, I thought, man, this is just goofy. How come there's not one big sign? It's because there's not tons of money being poured in from out of the state to try to gerrymander the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, if you will. It's a bunch of different groups all rising up saying no to Louise Lucas, Don Scott, and now Abigail Spanberger wanting to redistrict the state of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia. So we have 10 Democrats guaranteed to go, crowned, anointed to become congressmen. In fact, I'll tell you, in my front yard, I got 2 different signs. They don't look the same, but they both say vote no. Anyway, our friend George Allen, who was a big proponent of the constitutional amendment that said we'll have nonpartisan redistricting, issued a challenge to Governor Spanberger, so our former governor, challenging our current governor to a debate over the merits of this redistricting. Since she's come out in full-throated support and starring in a TV ad, she says, she doesn't want to debate him. We'll get reaction from Governor Allen coming up on the program this morning. You don't want to miss it. All right, story number 3. Everybody looking at what's going on with Artemis, the rockets. Dave, are you a big space guy? Are you excited about this? All right, I'm kind of lukewarm on it. I don't know. Since I'm not 8 years old and I'm not begging my mom for Tang, I don't know how much I'm paying attention to it, but it is pretty cool. Man back in space. I didn't realize it's been like 5 decades since we left the orbit of the United States, or orbit of the United States. I never leave the United States, but the orbit of the Earth. Now they're going to go around the moon, but there is one issue. The bathrooms don't work. Now I got a kind of a fun little song. I wonder if Howard Wolowitz from The Big Bang Theory helped build these toilets.
Okay, stand by. We're looking at it.
Maybe more.
That's one small step, one giant for mankind. Progressing beautifully.
Thank you, ground control.
Whoever put that together is sick and twisted, but the Artemis spacecraft, I didn't know this. The last time that we sent people up into space in the last ship, when they did their business, they did it into plastic bags, and they didn't have private, they didn't have a bathroom. They just kind of did it out in the open. Wow. Now they actually have a restroom, but I'm not sure if Howard Wolowitz worked on this or not. They're having trouble with the bathroom. There's a fan of the bathroom that doesn't work. They can, how do I say this without getting in trouble on the radio? You can go number 2. Can I say that? On the radio? Okay. They can go number 2. That's not a problem. Number 1, no bueno. There's something wrong with the fan, so they're having to use a bag. Okay, that's TMI. I don't know. I just read the story. They said the bathroom doesn't work. Howard Wolowitz right now is working on it with Sheldon Cooper to see if they can figure out how to fix that. Because, Wolowitz built the toilet for the space shuttle. Yeah. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. And if you don't watch The Big Bang Theory the way I do. Anyway, exactly. Oh, I love The Big Bang Theory. All right, that's story number 3. Story number 4, if you're watching on YouTube, and we'll post this a little bit later, I am festooned in red, white, and blue, not only because I love America, but I'll be rooting for the Arizona Wildcats to win this weekend. The Final Four is upon us on Saturday.
Number 4. Ladies and gentlemen.
What question did you ask me? I didn't hear you.
Special event, the Fantastic Four.
It's an Arizona story. Tommy Lloyd and the Arizona Wildcats
Dave,
are headed to the Final Four.
what question did you ask me? Did I want something?
Mike Opelka email you sent me?
Oh, no, that was just to add you to his list.
Oh, okay.
That's some good prep.
They are the very best of us.
We had Opelka on my San Antonio show. He's a great dude. Great guy.
We'll cut it here because we're out of time. Dave, cut this last one.
Just start talking.
Final Four coming up on Saturday. Arizona will take on Michigan. It's the late game. I think it's going to be the best game of the tournament. Both those teams are beasts. Meanwhile, Illinois will take on UConn. UConn with that last-second shot to propel them into the Final Four. We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty excited about that. Do we have time for one more, Super Dave? You telling me yes? All right, Dave's telling me no. All right, that's it. We're done. He's like, shut up, Herrera. You went too long. I always go too long. And he always yells at me, will you stay on time this morning? We got to get people to work on time. Yes, I will do my best to stay on time. Anyway, that's a look at Richmond's morning news brief this morning here on News Radio WRVA. Coming up, I will go into a little bit more depth and give you my take on what happened at the White House yesterday where Pam Bondi was fired from the position as Attorney General. We'll do that coming up here in just a few moments. And then, like I said, coming up on the program, Bishop Nestout will join us here on the show as well. So we'll talk about Good Friday and Easter with him. Real quick, today's show is brought to you in part by Men's Wellness Center. So